Good evening to each and every one of you here at Oceana. Welcome to Wednesday night, the 21st of August. Barry Beer reporting for duty here on the show. And what a beautiful day it has been. The time now is 9 minutes to 7 o'clock here. And tonight on the show, we're going to be talking about roast beef and roast dinner. But before we get on to that, a recap of last week's show. We talked about idiots behaving foolishly on the train tracks and potato chips. Now, joining me in the studio for a recap of idiots playing chicken on the railway. Good evening to my offsider. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Barry Fear. Thank you for welcoming me back into the studio. It's always good to be back in the studio, talk to you guys live, and then especially the stuff that we're talking about, especially last week. We talked to you guys about playing in the railway station track. It's a very dangerous area. Hopefully that come across to everyone who listen and watch. Yeah, but yeah, it's always good to be back into the studio.
And we also talked about potato chips. Now, I hope that you and your family can watch the video, and here's my offsider for the potato chips review.
Yeah, that we always we talked about you guys about potato chips last week and how good it is for a hot day or cold day. It's always good to have that once in a while, but it's great to have that with fish and chips or anything.
Well, now it's time to present tonight's program, and our subject tonight is roast beef. Now, who loves a roast beef, roast dinner? Yum. And how should you prepare it? Well, you need to have a good quality roasting pan, guys, that will fit into your oven. And here now with his opening sequence on this roast beef and the roast dinner, here's my offsider.
Yeah, roast is one of the best things here in Australia that we always have roast dinner, especially if you have pork or beef or lamb or anything you think of, you can roast it. It's beautiful.
And always wash your hands. We've said this on two shows. Hygiene is very important, guys. If you are having meat or chicken, and never use the same chocolate boards. Here's my offsider for this.
Yeah, that's right. That hygienic is very important in cooking, especially if you cook to a lot of people. You always gotta wash your hand and make sure that your hygienic is very high standard. And yeah, especially when you cook for a lot of people, because you handling the food or the meat with your hands. And if you have any gloves, that's a good idea to have gloves on and continue with your cooking.
And never cook with contaminated meat. Yuck.
Mm.
Because that could make you and your family quite sick. Now, the secret to a good roast dinner, guys, you know what you're cooking. It's better than the brought stuff from the shops. Here's my offsider.
That's true. true. Especially come to the vegetable like potatoes and all the ingredients you want to put together for your roast. Yes, the best meat you love, fresh and ready to cook and keep your family healthy and yeah, a great dinner, great roast dinner.
After the break, we've got we've got the weather forecast. It's just coming up to 7 o'clock here on the show, and Sydney's weather today was absolutely glorious. Here's my offside.
Yeah, today's was a little bit overcast and a little bit it's way windy today and cold. But yeah, that's the word I'm thinking for you guys.
So now on the show, it's time to talk about the spring series. Now, with spring a couple of days away, don't put away the winter gear yet, because we'll still have another cold snap before we say farewell to winter. Here's my offside.
Yeah, we still have a few weeks before the spring kick in, and the weather is still very cold. Please keep your warm gears on and keep rocking up because the weather you can't predict it because you get cold and then you get hot and cold. But please keep your body warm until a few weeks time.
So, so, so the winter series is just about over, and we've got a big spring of shows to bring you, and also the summer season. Here's my offside.
Means everybody are looking forward for the summer season and spring because that's the best time of the year. Everybody out and about.
And enjoying their fish and chips.
Mm.
Here's my offside.
Yeah, we going there to the beach or Dewa Beach or Manly Beach or Kirkhill or any beach you go to, and then you enjoy a great fish and chips by the water, and then you can enjoy the sound of the sea.
Now, we all know that you love to go and enjoy the outdoors when the warmer weather kicks in. But my outsider and I would like to remind you that it is not safe to leave children in hot cars or let them play with the handbrake because they could let the car go roll down the hill and then bang hit my outsider.
That's a good topic that Mary bringing up, especially warning for the summer coming up, leaving your child in the car, all the windows up, and please have to be careful, or you parking on the hills and then the car rolling. You know
And,
what's gonna happen? It's gonna be bang, flip, flop, flat. That's what's gonna happen.
and never let the kid play with the gear stick. Here's my outsider.
Yep. Don't let your child play with the car, especially if you're parking in the hill.
Because,
Don't.
because as my outsider I demonstrated, it could go bang.
Bang, flip, flip, flop, flat.
And what a mess.
What a mess.
Well, on Monday it was Oceana's 6th birthday. So here's my outsider to tell you about that.
Yeah. On a Monday, we're turning the house turning to 66 years old. Big bill. and people living there. It's a great house and a great client and the staff and the management. Yeah, it's a great house to live in.
We're coming to the closing sequence now of our show, and we hope that you have enjoyed it tonight. We had no interruptions tonight on the show, which is a good thing. So the number that we always talk about at the end of each show, and especially with spring and summer coming up, please don't call 000 unless you've got an emergency. Here's my outsider for his first closing message on this.
We know that we always talk to you guys a lot about 000 and calling 000. And please, that number, and we know that weather is coming to summer and everybody enjoy going to the water. Everybody going to enjoy outdoor. And please, 000 is not a number that, like Barry said, you call them when you need an emergency or dangerous, very, very close to death or whatever.
So don't muck around with that number, please. Well, our closing sequence is the one that we opened with, and that was the topic that we brought up last week on the show, and that is idiots playing on the train tracks, guys. Just reminding you once again, please don't play chicken on the railway tracks or be an idiot. If you want to ride on the train, please sit on the seats and enjoy your trip. Here's my outsider now to give you his closing message.
Yeah. Hopefully, guys, that message will come across to anyone who listened and watching us today. What Barry's saying about playing in the trans, railway train station track. Please, hopefully that you learn, from other people making mistake. Don't try to make that stupid mistake.
And also, don't assault a police officer if they're escorting you off the middle of the road. Please don't do that. Here's my outsider for his second closing message now.
Yeah, please, especially the officer. Officer does one of those people they come and guide and give you the right direction. And please don't be like a fool, stupid, and try to mess around with their work. They come ready to do a good work to help the community a better place.
And also last night up on the Gold Coast, two police officers were injured after they were attending a job on their way to a call out, and the police car went bang, flip. So please watch out for emergency service vehicles when they are on their way to Triple O call-outs. Here's my outsider to give you that bit of advice before we say goodnight to you.
Yeah. As always, you guys should be careful on the road because you don't know what's going to come ahead of you, and just try to be careful when driving on the road. Drive safety at home to arrive safe.
And don't play chicken on the road or turn your lights off in the car because you could go bang,
Flip,
flip.
flip, flop, flat.
and you don't want the police knocking on the door saying that your loved one was killed in a fatal. Please, the road is there to be driven on properly, not a raceway. Here's my offside.
Yeah, that's right. Like you're saying, don't play on the road, or because that's why we have a park for everyone to go on and have a run around and play around in there. Don't try to be stupid and play around in the road. It's safe.
And don't have a road rage attack. It won't get you anywhere. So, to end our show tonight, we'd like to say thank you for joining us over the winter, and we look forward to your company during the spring and summer. Here's my outsider to tell you about the spring and summer series of our shows coming up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching us and listen to what we say. And we're gonna move to a spring season coming up,
And summer,
and summer as well. And please enjoy your little time of winter. And then not long we're gonna hit the spring and summer.
and daylight saving as well, so.
Yeah, daylight saving as well. Exciting.
And before you know it, we'll be saying goodbye to 2019 and the second decade of the 2000s. We'll be into 2020 next year. So we've still got a couple of months left in 2019.
Yep.
Well, now it's time to draw a line under this video for Wednesday, the 21st of August. With 9 days of winter left to go, and winter is drawing to a close, and so is our show. And our closing message: please enjoy your roast dinner with your family and have fun and have some gravy with it. Here's my outsider to leave you with that message.
Yeah. Guys, please get your plate and your fork and your knife. Get ready for your dinner at home when you have a roast. Like Barry said, you have a gravy that's top of the. There's a cherry on top of the cake. Beautiful.
Well, that's our program for tonight. It's coming up to 9 minutes past 7 o'clock on this Wednesday night. And next week on the show, we'll be talking about ice cream again because it's coming into spring and summer and all of that. So we'll be talking to you about that and also respecting people when they are working in the office. So that's all coming up next Wednesday night, right here with my outsider, keeping myself. And here he is to say good night to you now.
Good night, everyone, and thank you for listening to us and watching us. And please, if you like our story and if you like, you press like or leave a comment. That'd be great. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And please, if you've got any suggestions for us, we would like to hear from you. And that's where we'd like to end our show for the night. and have a great evening, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So from us, myself, Barry Fear, and my offside kid,
Yeah.
keep reaching for the stars, everybody, and from all of us here at Oceana House, this is Barry Fear, wishing you a very good night, and here's my offsider now to say his thanks and closing good night message now.
All right, guys. Thank you for being with us tonight, and I appreciate you listening. Hopefully we'll catch up with you guys soon next Wednesday. And the same, we're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. And yeah, have a good night and sleep tight. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
And thank you for your company on this Wednesday night. We do hope that you'll join us next week for another Wednesday wrap. Until then, this is Barry Fair, and thank you for watching us tonight. You have a great night. Good night, everybody,
Peace.
and thank you.